On the previous episode of Minecraft Modded Adventures, we conquered the Twilight Forest. Don't worry, it's not required to watch for this video. And in that mod, the bosses were a little easy, so I decided to up the difficulty a little bit. To, Dark Souls. You know it's bad when the elixirs appear in your inventory. This mod is what happens when you transfer Malena into goddamn Minecraft. Every attack is fair and telegraphed, and you can dodge them if you're good at the video game. Which I am not. I'm too busy dying to the 20 goddamn blazes. This isn't even part of the mod. Why are there so many? Without further ado, cue the intro. Hey guys, welcome back. Now, before we can fight any of the literal Dark Souls bosses, we need to gear up. A lot. So I'm going to give you a summary of what happened in the first 8 hours of recording. I spent the first 3 hours just attempting to get to the end. The most exciting thing that happened was me just finding one of the boss structures. So that's pretty cool, I guess. And also, watch this clutch play from the dragon fight. Oh no! Watch this. Oh my god! I then went to the outer islands and immediately found another boss structure. How? And I found 3 more of them when looting end cities. How is my luck only good when I don't need it to be? Anyway, we're at the 4-hour mark now. What did I spend the next 4 hours doing? Farming endermen and cycling villagers. Mojang, fix your enchantment system, please. Oh, I also looted a trial chamber. I didn't get a mace, sadly, but I did get a trident, which is hella hype. Riptide. You do not understand how insane I go with this. Who needs rockets? Exactly. Okay, finally. In order to find the boss structures, we need to craft an eye, and follow it for 10,000 blocks. The first boss I'm going after is Scylla, because they're the newest, and I know literally nothing about them. So I'm going completely blind into this. Is this a bad idea? I'm fully aware. Like, dude, we gotta be coming across it soon, right? Like, we're in just pure ocean right now. You know, we're at not... Coming across it soon, he says, as he almost smashes directly... Oh my god! Holy... I thought the other structures in this mod looked insane. Welcome to Acropolis, the giant floating upside-down city that plagues my game. I thought Atlantis was supposed to be sunken in the sea, not gravitating to the moon. Is that of Scylla? Wait, goddess? Woman? This structure has some okay loot. And diamond blocks just scattered around the place. And, oh god, is that a mini-boss? sometimes you kind of forget this is a mini-boss, because they literally have better animations and attacks than 90% of boss mods. Ooh, not so simple now. God, that was so cringe. Oh my god. They put crab claws in the video game! Hell yeah! Wait, I have 2 hand slots. Can I have 2 of these? Ooh. Got him. Now the question is, can I wear 2 claws? Oh my god! Now, I'm just going to remind you, I went completely blind into this structure. So I thought you would have to summon the boss, like almost every other boss in the mod. And I hypothesized that I would need a Heart of the Sea to summon the boss. But because I was too lazy to find a buried treasure, I decided to try an Nautilus shell. If it works, it would be really cool. Wah! I was not expecting that to work. 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 This is not good. I did not plan. Oh god. This is Scylla, the storm goddess. That's right, I'm fighting a literal goddess as my first boss. Don't worry, it gets worse. I'm also going to mention every boss in the mod has their own unique boss theme. This mod literally has boss music. What more could you want? Scylla's theme is surprisingly calming, despite me screaming for half the fight. What do you mean you can't escape? Right? For my first attempt at this boss, I actually survived pretty long. That wasn't until she entered her second phase and gained a couple new attacks, like summoning an actual storm and using it to rain a couple spears directly into my skull, and the electric attack that I don't know the name of, but I like to call it the where the hell did all my health go? This attack does 4 hearts per spark, and it sparks twice. Did I also mention it does more damage up close, to the point where it will literally press the delete key when your health bar was selected. It also tracks you. So you may be asking, how the hell do you dodge this? And the answer is, play your keyboard like it's a piano and pray. I am truly loving this boss fight. That actually wasn't sarcasm. I had a lot of fun fighting this boss completely blind, other than the fact that it took 3 hours, which is mainly because I had to go back to base. Twice. And besides, I like it when women hit me. Oh my god. Oh my god, how many did I get? I got free. I don't care. I only get 1 weapon. Now, I'm going to mention, this mod adds some insane boss weapons. And the first one I'm going to craft is the Suranus. Suranus? What? In other words, big giant anchor. I freaking love this thing. Sure, it has slow attack speed, but this is actually a ranged weapon. This thing should not be able to fly through the air, but screw aerodynamics, this is Minecraft. Also, apparently, you can still hit with the anchor after it's been thrown, which actually allows for some tech to effectively double the attack speed. This thing is so fun when you master it. It might honestly be my favorite weapon in the mod. Alright, I think I should get some netherite now. So of course I'm going to go fight another boss. Yeah, remember that structure I found earlier? That's actually the easiest boss. Welcome to the Soul Forge. That's right, that giant beast over there was forged, apparently. Probably by some ancient builders or something. Well, good thing I just acquired an anchor to tear it apart limb from limb. Come here, you big fatty. despite this big old boy seeming very menacing, they actually do very little damage. And they only have like 5 attacks, all of which are very easy to dodge. Their most dangerous attack is the Hulk Slam, which deals 4 hearts. Too bad it can only hit you up close. Also, apparently this guy can break your bones. I don't even know what this effect does, and it's gone in 3 seconds anyways. Man, I love getting hit by 100 tons of the strongest metal and breaking all my bones, only for it to heal 3 seconds later. Minecraft Steve is truly built different. Also, is this boss seem literally just breakcore? Why the hell is there breakcore in my Minecraft mod? And honestly, I'm not complaining. Now this guy drops a lot of stuff. First is the Netherite pick disguised as a hammer, the monstrous horn which can be used to make the monstrous helm, and of course, the 2 Netherite ingots and wither skulls scattered around the place. And also... Oh, this is where you find the little guy! Oh, look at the little guy. Little guy! Oh my god, look at the little guy! He's such a little guy. Oh my god, he's truly the littlest of guys. Oh my god, look at the little guy! He's so little. Look at the little guy. Little guy. Truly little guy. I do still need an upgrade template though. So, time to go search bastions for an hour. I ended up getting another 2 ingots from that. And I also found another Sol Forge, so even more Netherite, Lamau. Alright, I'm now hella decked out. Time to go fight Maledictus. Now, I'm also going into this fight completely blind, and with a name like Maledictus, I am very scared. Welcome to the Frosted Prison. What is this, Pandora's Vault? There's only 1 occupied cell in here, and of course it's holding a hardened war criminal. So I'm going to beat up every guard in order to get to that cell. Oh. This world's only big enough for 1 war criminal. This fight is without a doubt the second hardest in the mod. They do so much damage with every hit. Getting up close is a death sentence. If you're far away, they spam you with homing arrows. And of course, they're immune to projectiles. And did I mention they can slam dunk insta-kill you? Ah, I see. Capitalism. At its finest. The rich get richer, they say, as they slam my skull into the ground. Man, I love that their most deadly attack isn't even with one of their weapons. They just straight up grab you by the throat and slam you into the ground. Good thing I figured out you can escape with a pearl. If the devs of this mod are watching, please don't patch this. I literally won't be able to beat this boss. Oh, and also the halberd attack that covers half the arena and can hit you multiple times. Now, the only problem is hitting this guy, because whenever I get up close, they combo me to death. I ended up using the Dark Souls tactic of abusing their end lag. Also, is it just me, or does this guy kinda look like Gabriel Ultrakill? Hell yeah! This guy is unique and drops ingots, which I can either make armor or weapons out of. First, I upgrade all of my netherite armor to Cursium, which has some insane abilities like infinite totems with a 6-minute cooldown, chance to just ignore attacks, and dash. I do want to try out some of the weapons though, so guess I'ma fight him again. The second fight was actually a lot easier. I guess Cursium armor is pretty good. Now I'm going to make the Annihilator, which I believe is the highest DPS weapon in the mod. I also made the bow that I didn't use at all. Anyways, the next boss is the Deep Sea Cockroach hidden in Atlantis. Welcome to the Sunken City. In this place, you will find an entire population of deeplings. There's so goddamn many, I just want to fight the boss, please. Did that guy just open rifts and summon multi-dimensional laser beams? I did forget to grab the materials for the Abyssal Sacrifice, so time to go all the way back to base. The good thing I'm rich enough to just spend an entire diamond block on this thing. I wonder what will happen if I place the sacrifice in the suspiciously open mouth in the direct middle of the structure. Oh shit. What the hell do you mean, Leviathan? What is this, Subnautica? Or is it Ultra Kill? Actually, it's Terraria Calamity. This is what happens when you turn the Devourer of Gods into a fish. This guy will just straight up open dimensional rifts and shoot laser beams through them. And sometimes just open a black hole. Dang, imagine just walking into this pool thinking, huh, that's a very suspicious looking fish. And then it just straight up creates a black hole. Now, you may be wondering, is this fight hard? And the answer is yes, every fight in this mod is. But this one might be the hardest if you don't have an Impaling Riptide Trident. Just look at their health. They have 400, by the way. I actually didn't realize, but I got very lucky, because at any point when I was impaling them, they could have just decided to grab me and shoot a massive laser beam directly into my face. This is probably the most deadly attack in the mod. Sure, Maledictus insta-kills you, but if you have a totem, you're fine. You need at least 5 to survive this one. And you can try pearling out, but being underwater makes that very hard. Also, this boss theme is such a banger. What the actual hell? Oh my god! Finally, I have it. My favorite weapon. What does it do? Well, it's a grappling hook. This movement tech is insane! Honestly, at this point, it should just be a requirement for every good mod to have a grappling hook. Oh, and did I mention it has AoE homing capabilities? Also, I have an egg now. I'm gonna go put that in my fish tank for later. Anyways, time to go fight the next boss, which is the one that I found in the end earlier. Welcome to the Ruined Citadel. Yes, it's the name of a level in Minecraft Dungeons. Why do I know this? Don't question it. This place is the first maze of this mod. I'm so sick of these from Twilight Forest. Please! Doesn't help that there's traps that will teleport you to a random spot in the maze. Great, now I don't even know where the exit is. Oh cool, the boss door. That actually didn't take that long. Ya yeet. In this fight, you will not be able to move at all, because they will just straight up create vortexes that suck you in. Sometimes just use their hand to do that instead. And of course, if they hit you, you get paralyzed. For the love of God, please let me move! And it should just be considered a standard at this point, but of course, they're immune to projectiles. Oh hey, where did the floor go? Oh, are they in a second phase? That's cool, I like being able to dodge their attacks. Anyways, this fight was pretty easy, mainly because of the insane amount of movement tech I have. God, I love this mod. Got him. They dropped a Gauntlet of Guard, which is a pretty good weapon, but I'm already pretty stacked, so I don't really need it. Alright, the next boss is in the desert, which I conveniently found earlier. Oh hey, there's the oversized desert temple. Welcome to the Cursed Pyramid, aka yet another maze. Honestly, this place doesn't really have much, outside of some of the traps, which can be deadly, I guess. Anyways, I found this necklace in some sand. Low-key, what if the skeleton had some drip? Wait, what? Oh god, the amount of skeleton puns I could make right now. This fight is one of the easiest, because all their attacks are very slow and don't do that much damage. Except for when one of those sandstorms hit you and your controls get reversed. Bro just straight up gave me the Pharaoh's curse. God, I like being able to move around properly. And thankfully my clicks aren't reversed, so I can still use my grappling hook. Also, fun fact, as I'm recording this, I have a dry throat. Man, don't you just love when you wake up with a throat so dry this scene starts playing? Anyways, I better speed up because this guy is going to die soon from my crit spamming. I'm just too powerful at this point, guys. I'm too powerful. They dropped a sandstorm in a bottle, which allows you to create orbiting sandstorms. Wow, so useful. Oh, and I have another little guy. Let's go! Also, my egg hatched. Make that 3 little guys. Yippee! Anyways, time for the next boss, which is actually hidden underground in a pretty out-of-place structure. Welcome to the Ancient Factory. This place has a lot of miscellaneous blocks and the Prowler. I'm not joking, that's their actual name. Better kill it fast before I get copyrighted. In order to summon the boss, I need to kill the Wither real quick. Damn, that was easy. Anyways, boss time. This boss is what happens when you mechanically infuse the Bedrock and Java Wither. And as someone who has played a lot of Bedrock, this fight gives me flashbacks. This fight is different from every other in the mod. Instead of having telegraphed attacks that you have to dodge and punish, this guy just spams missiles and lasers until you're dead. I would like to not be withered or on fire for 1 second of this fight. Also, hold up a second. This guy could be considered a drone. And they do be murdering. Murder drone! Anyways, this fight is all about tanking more than they can, and Oh dang, they're already dead. I think I overdid the tanking a little bit. Well, screw it, let's fight him again. Now, I didn't mention that they have a literal death laser. It will dissolve your health like dropping salt in an active volcano. I didn't get to encounter this attack though because... Oh dang, they're dead again. Damn, I guess I'm just that overpowered now. This is supposed to be one of the harder bosses. Montage, I guess. Now, there is a reason that I killed them twice, and that's to get enough Witherite ingots to make all the weapons, plus anvil. Let's start with the weapons. First is the laser Gatling gun, which is pretty good at committing arson. The meat shredder, which is what happens when you transfer the Doom chainsaw into Minecraft. The Wither assault shoulder weapon, which is rocket launcher. I can even rocket jump with it. This mod really knows how to do everything right. And finally, the mechanical fusion anvil, which allows us to Dragon Ball fuse our boss weapons together. Oh my god. The power. Look at my gauntlet. It's a Maelstrom now and can create vortexes. My pickaxe now looks even cooler and can smash twice as hard. And the bow. Oh god, the bow. Let me just list all the things this thing has. I shoot 3 sandstorms with infinite ammo and a very fast fire rate. They're homing, piercing, and give enemies the Pharaoh's curse. God, this thing is busted. Too bad almost all the bosses are immune to projectiles. There are more fusion weapons, but I'll leave those for you to discover, because in order to craft them, I need to defeat the last boss that I haven't fought yet. And I saved him till last for a very good reason. Well, this is it. Welcome to the Burning Arena, the final structure in our journey. And thank God it isn't a maze. All we have to do is fight the hovering Inferno. Oh my god, they actually revived him from their grave. He's looking a little gray though. Must have gotten dusty from being 6 foot under for the past 8 years. Oh god, it's been that long. I'm old. Damn, this really does look like a final boss arena. Well, only one more thing left to do. Final boss time, baby. So this fight is the absolute hardest in the mod, and maybe even the hardest in modding as a whole, if you don't count the incredibly overtuned ones that one-shot you with invisible hitboxes. Now, you may be thinking, I'm ludicrously overpowered. How can this fight possibly be that hard? Let me ask you a question. How much do you think my armor is helping me? The answer is a lot. So what if this boss just removed it from existence? Don't worry, it will come back after the effect ends. You do not want to get hit by this boss, not only because you will be affected with Blazing Brand, but also they heal whenever they hit you. So if you ever wonder why this fight is taking so long, it's because they have the second most health out of every boss, but also because they're just going to heal half the damage you deal. I actually really like this, because it completely removes the tanking strat, which isn't much of a strat in this fight anyways. But even if you are invincible, you still won't be able to kill this boss, because they just constantly are healing. Now, let's talk about the attacks. Well, I'm going to try to, because they have so many, I haven't even memorized them all. In just their first phase, they have like 5 different versions of the Sword Slash. Can jump and space jam your ass, ram you with their shield, slam you with their shield, shoot projectiles and slash, and their most deadly attack, the Sephiroth, which is the most deadly because
you can't escape
and get hit 4 times. Remember, every time you get hit, you get Blazing Brand, and they heal. So say goodbye to your armor in your past minute of progress. Good thing it's telegraphed and easy to dodge. And that's just their first phase. They have 3 of those. And in their final phase, they stop holding back. And you truly realize you're fighting an actual god. I guess I should still go over what they drop, which is the Ignitium Ingots, which you can turn into armor, weapons, and even the shield. You need to beat this guy like 4 times to get everything. I'm not actually going to craft any of it, because, well, I finished the mod. I'm just going to listen to the end credits theme. Yeah, that's right, there's a credits theme. It's actually the song I used for the intro. And how is this somehow the best song in the mod? Subscribe.